KitchenAid Professional 600 Series Stand Mixer. A high-performance motor complements the 6-quart bowl, giving you the power needed for double, even triple batches. The stand mixer includes a wire whip, flat beater, and spiral dough hook. Our bowl lift design allows you to easily raise and lower the bowl while switching accessories. And a diverse collection of optional attachments give you additional ways to bring gourmet quality into your kitchen. The KitchenAid Professional 600 Series Stand Mixer. Professional power, exceptional results, and always classic KitchenAid quality.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between the two basic types of stand mixers. So you have your tilt head, boom, versus the one that's fixed and is a bowl lift, right? So it's just the two main operating mechanisms. They're really in relation to the bowl. The tilt head, the bowl locks and screws into the base. And if you're going to use it, right, you want to make sure that anytime you place your bowl, it's down in there and it's secured. You can then pick your attachment, of which there are generally 3. The paddle or spade. It's great for mixing cookies, doughs, like brownies, even cake mixes, right? The dough hook, which you're going to be using if you're doing breads or any other kind of dough that needs kneading action. And your whisk or whip. So this is going to be light stuff like meringues, whipped cream, other things like that, where you're really trying to give it a lot of lift, and it's a really, really light kind of batter or cream or something like that. You don't want to use this with heavy duty stuff. It'll get all clogged in there and you can potentially break your whip, right? So out of the 3, I generally use the spade the most. We make a lot of cake batters, mix things like brownies, cookies, etc. This one really gets used a lot. Anytime you use it, you'll see there's a little kind of little keyhole thing there. It hooks in, right? You have to slide into that, lock it into place. It's important to do that because you don't want this coming off and potentially damaging your bowl. The tilt head can then be placed down, and you want to lock it in place with the lever on that side before you use the speed knob to turn it on, right? And typically, if you're doing anything like cookies, cake batters, always start it off on a low speed. You don't want to kick stuff everywhere. As far as your bowl lift goes, the actual operating mechanisms are the same. The way you put on the attachments is the same. The main thing here is the bowl generally locks into place with a security mechanism in the back. So you'll see there's actually a little nub there on the back of the bowl. That has to go into there, and then you have to secure the bowl on the arms. It's a little hard to do at this angle. So I'm just going to get it in there, right? So you pop that nub in the back first and then press the bowl down onto those arms. That'll then mean you can put on your selected attachment, raise the bowl, and then turn your mixer on. And so that's the main difference between the two and how they operate. In general, if you're just doing light home use, say using it for holiday baking, cooking, and you're not using it a lot and you don't need to make larger volumes, or things like trying to mix 3, 4 pizza doughs at a time, you can generally invest in one of the tilt heads that are a little less expensive. If you're into heavy baking, you're thinking about maybe having some sort of home baking business or studio, or you're just a really avid hobbyist, investing in a larger model with a better motor will generally mean that it's one of the bowl lift ones, and that'll give you a better capacity and a better life if you're going to use it really heavily. Right, so that's the major difference between the two. They're both great buys, and we honestly usually have more than one of each type at any time because we're running a cake studio. So either way you go, you'll be well served.